Let's jump right into one of the biggest questions you could ever ask yourself, something philosophers have been wrestling with for centuries. It's super personal, and it gets right to the core of who you are. Is your mind separate from your body?
Right. Think about it like this. Are you basically a ghost that's just piloting the machine of your body? Or is that feeling of you, your consciousness, your thoughts, just something that the machine itself creates? This is the puzzle we're going to unpack.
You know, the reason we even think about the problem this way is largely thanks to one guy from the 17th century, René Descartes. He didn't just ask the question, he came up with an answer that completely shaped how the Western world thinks about this stuff.
And this right here, this is the heart of his idea. Descartes called the mind a thinking thing. What he meant was that it has no physical properties. You can't measure it, you can't weigh it, it's not in a place. It's pure thought, totally separate from the physical stuff of the world.
Okay, so let's really dig into this classic answer from Descartes. It's an idea called mind-body dualism, and it's all about our existence being split into two totally different worlds.
So Descartes made this really clean break. On one side, you've got the mind, which he called res cogitans. This is the non-physical world of your thoughts, your consciousness, your true self. And on the other side, the body, or res extensa. That's just a physical machine, like a fancy clock, made of parts and following the laws of physics.
So the big takeaway from his view is this. You are not your body. You have a body. See the difference? Your real identity, your essence, that's your mind. The body, it's just the temporary vehicle your mind uses to get around in the physical world.
But, well, that clean separation has always felt a little tricky. So now let's flip it around and look at the body's counterargument. What if the machine isn't just a passive vehicle? What if it's actually rewriting the ghost?
This is where things get really interesting. What if the stuff our body does every single day? What if those actions aren't just orders coming down from the mind? What if they're actually sending information back up, and in doing so are literally building our thoughts, our beliefs, our identity? This leads us straight to the science of habits.
So according to research made popular by author James Clear, every single one of our habits follows this simple four-step loop. It starts with a cue, like your phone buzzing. That triggers a craving to check it. That leads to the response. You pick it up. And then you get a little reward, a hit of dopamine, which teaches your brain, hey, let's do that again next time.
Now here's the crucial connection. This loop isn't just some mindless repetition. No way. Each time your body goes through that loop and performs an action, it's sending a message back to your brain. It's like it's casting a vote for a certain kind of identity.
And this quote from Atomic Habits just nails it. It's the perfect summary of the body's counterargument. Your identity isn't some fixed thing that tells your body what to do. It's actually the result of what your body does over and over again.
Think about it this way. When you drag yourself to the gym, you're not just lifting weights. You're casting a vote for being a healthy person. Your mind sees this evidence, the action, and it slowly starts to update its own story to match. The body's actions are literally building the mind's sense of self.
So which is it then? Mind over matter or matter over mind? Well, you've probably guessed it. The truth seems to be that it's not a one-way street at all. It's more like a constant conversation, a feedback loop, where the mind and body are always influencing each other.
To really get the mind's power in this loop, we have to look at the incredible work of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. This quote is so powerful because it points to the mind's freedom to choose how it responds, even when the body is trapped.
Frankl's experience was, in a way, a brutal but powerful laboratory for this very question. He saw that even when people's physical worlds were an absolute nightmare and totally out of their control, their inner world, their mental response, that was still theirs to choose. What Frankl discovered was just astounding. He realized that the mind's interpretation of what was happening could literally be the difference between life and death. The people who found a why, a reason to live, a loved one to see again, a purpose to fulfill, they could endure almost anyhow. The mind's meaning could actually override the body's pain and despair.
And he took this incredible insight and built a whole type of psychotherapy around it, called logotherapy. The core idea is that what drives us most as human beings isn't pleasure or power. It's the search for meaning in our lives.
And that brings everything together into the full picture. It's a constant dynamic loop. The things our body does, our habits, shape our identity. But the meaning and purpose we create with our mind can completely transform how our body experiences reality.
Okay, so let's get to the practical stuff.
This isn't just a cool philosophical idea. If this loop is real, it means we can actually learn to grab the controls and steer it ourselves.
So what does this all mean for you, right now? It means you have two massive levers you can pull to create change. You can change who you are by changing what you do, by building better habits one action at a time. And you can change your experience by changing how you think, by finding a deeper purpose.
So yeah, we can officially retire that whole ghost in the machine idea. It was a useful starting point, but it's just too simple. Your mind isn't some phantom pulling levers, and your body isn't a mindless robot.
The real picture is so much more amazing. It's a dynamic partnership, a constant collaboration happening every single second, where your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your thoughts, and together, they are continuously creating and recreating you.
And that brings us right back to this powerful idea from James Clear. It's the perfect summary. Your identity isn't something you just are. It's something you build, action by action, vote by vote.
Which leaves us with one final, really important question. Understanding this mind-body partnership isn't just an abstract thought experiment, it's a call to action. Knowing that you have this power to literally build yourself, the only thing left to ask is, how are you going to vote today?